disorders affect 40 million people in the United States, 18.1% of the population. Of the 18.1%, only 36.9 seek treatment, even though it's highly treatable. 50% diagnosed with depression are also diagnosed with anxiety. It is the leading cause of disabilities and the cause of 1 million people per year committing suicide. Some symptoms of anxiety and depression include restlessness, fatigue, irritability, sleep issues, social withdrawal, weight gain, severe sadness, delusion of guilt, and constant worry.
Some treatments include therapy, medical magnetics, stimulation, or yoga, meditation, and acupuncture. There are support groups on social media as well as mainstream knowledge. Some resources include NAMI Minnesota and Mental Health Minnesota. They can help. Everybody deserves to be happy and healthy no matter what.
In the US, 1.2% of people are diagnosed with schizophrenia. That is 100,000 people per year. 40% of them do not seek treatment. Symptoms of schizophrenia include hallucinations, false beliefs, and bizarre behavior. They also have attention problems, slow processing, depression, anxiety, anger, and mood shifts. There are treatments that include identifying that they are ill, medications to reduce their symptoms, and hospitalization along with therapy.
That people who have family members with schizophrenia often struggle with helping them cope with it because they don't want to identify that they are ill and they're acting like nothing is wrong with them, and they have bizarre behavior and they just are freaking out about everything around them, and the family members are just watching them like deteriorate, and they're leaving, and like they're not actually dying, but they're gone. They're not the same person anymore.
It's estimated that 4.4 million U.S. adults have experienced bipolar disorder in their lifetime. Of that, 2.8% have experienced bipolar disorder in the last year, and 50% of U.S. adults are believed to go undiagnosed. The symptoms of bipolar disorder include mood swings, extreme happiness, irritability, no need to sleep, racing thoughts, and the excessive involvement in pleasurable activities that are self-defeating. Treatments for bipolar disorder include medication typically, which are mood stabilizers, antipsychotic, antidepressants, or any of the such. Treatment facilities are also available and specific programs to treat the disorder. The reason I really chose to speak on bipolar disorder and mental illness as a whole is because of my experience from Family Matters, where mental illness really impacted our family. My dad suffered bipolar disorder, and as kids, you don't understand what's going on, especially my brother and I. We had no idea. One example I can really think of that kind of shows how bipolar can really be like Jekyll and Hyde kind of situation is, it was a Sunday morning, beautiful, just sunny, and we came home from after church, going to lunch, had a great day. How we came home to do chores, and we all pumped up the music. We made chore day kind of fun. And we had the music blasting, and then my mom, brother, and I were dancing in the kitchen while we cleaned and did other chores. My dad was with us, joking, dancing along. Then he went downstairs, and a couple minutes later, maybe not even a couple minutes, he came back upstairs screaming at us, and we could not understand why. All of us just stood there together in the kitchen, just kind of dropped our stuff, and we were flabbergasted because he was just up there joking and dancing with us a moment earlier. And we just didn't understand what was going on, but he was in a tirade. He was screaming, throwing stuff, and kind of basically having a fit, and we just didn't understand why. And that's just one incident that occurred over years and years, and we just never understood why he was so had such mood swings and we could never put it together until he was finally diagnosed with bipolar disorder. But unfortunately, at the time we couldn't afford the medication for his disorder and his depression, and he ended up taking his life back in 2014. So that's my experience with mental illness. That's why it's okay not to be okay, and let people know that you need help, or others around you reach out and help them.